I had
Commissioner Perry?
two quick ones, I hope quick ones. This has been an extraordinarily open process, and I think that's wonderful. My only concern is the changes. I just got a letter yesterday, or today actually, so I'm wondering if you could go over the changes that you're proposing, just so everybody knows that, and we're all talking about the same thing. And then my second question, which you may know the answer to as well, is there's a letter from the Central Fire Protection District, and I wasn't sure if what they were requesting was part of the plan or not.
I'm happy, and I'll be very brief because I know I want to hear from the community. My revisions of the narrative, Section 5, Programs and Projects, in the 5-year implementation plan, is more about telling the story than substantive changes to to what was proposed. I thought that it needed to be in the categories that we talked about with the public, and I wanted to stress those themes of partnership and sustainability. So I know that we received information from the CAO regarding which parts were new and which parts were changed. But basically, the idea is that it tells a story and that it's easy for people to understand if they read it what it is we've been trying to do. I don't think that I added much. There were a couple things which I thought didn't. There were two things that I thought didn't receive the kind of support and were given sort of a false sense of priority in the original draft. One was the bike path at the end of 41st Avenue, the 41st Avenue extension. That did not generate the same kind of interest. And the bridge from Macy Hill Avenue to Coffee Lane Park. I believe that those were holdovers from the past plans, and I don't think that they generated the kind of interest that things like the Arana Gulch path and the rail trail did. The other thing which I added was just some language about stormwater management, because I thought that that was an important part and that needed to be expressly said that we should engage in best practices, for lack of a better word, about stormwater management. In the area of economic development, the thing that we've talked about at our board and I thought was important to include in this is that our investments and whatever we do with economic development are both transparent and accountable, so people know what kind of investments that we're making. Besides that, I added a conclusion that I thought just summed up and is not a substantive change from what we have. Again, I want to express my appreciation to the Redevelopment Agency for the work they did in creating the report. I just thought this told a better story, and as our community looks at this plan a year from now, 2 years from now, I wanted to be clear what it is that we're doing. This whole process has been about making it accessible, and I thought this was this narrative made it more accessible than the narrative originally in the report.
Thank you for that.
Oh, and the request by Central Fire. So during this process, one of the things that came up as part of the community process was potentially relocating the Soquel Fire District station. In the second round of this process, we actually went and asked the community whether they thought that was something that they were interested in. The Soquel Fire Station is in the village, and there are two big problems with it. One is that it's in the floodplain, and so during natural disasters it's not available. And second is it's at a very busy intersection, which limits response times. And so that case was made to the public, and if there was an opportunity to both help move that station and in return get some good economic development or improvements to the village of Soquel that would enhance it, that was a good partnership activity. So the fire district wrote a letter saying that they're interested in partnering with us, and again, that's will be one of the projects in which we will have to, the fire district will have to find a place to actually move their fire station. I don't think we're going to be involved with that. So,
great, thank you.